just ignore what you think other people are gonna say because no one cares as much as you think they do.
So hey guys, welcome to the 4th episode of Cosmo Beauty Chatter with me, Cheska, where we talk about beauty, fashion, and everything under the sun. Now, I am so excited for you guys to meet our guest for today because she is a YouTuber, content creator, and the host of her very own podcast. Please welcome Bianca Gan.
Hi guys! I'm so excited to be here.
So we're just going to be doing lang our makeup while I ask Bianca a few questions about beauty, fashion, and all that stuff. Speaking of makeup, I'm just gonna start now. So just gonna go ahead with a tinted moisturizer. How about you? What are you gonna use?
I'm gonna be using the Snail White sunscreen, the tinted sunscreen. This is my second bottle already.
Ayan, while we work on our base, and let me just ask you, how has your makeup and skincare routine changed since the pandemic?
I think before the pandemic, I used to be more experimentative with makeup because we could go out and stuff. And whenever I would go out, I would always try new makeup looks and all that. But I think it changed now because it's kind of the same pero mas narrowed down lang siya na version.
How about your skincare routine naman?
Actually, fun fact, I'm someone who has pretty sensitive skin. So whenever I use skincare products, I like to make sure that it's straight to the point. Wala masyadong perfumes, wala masyadong scents. My holy grail skincare brands are yung Cetaphil and Celatec and The Ordinary, those just simple products. But here and there, I also like to talk about other skincare products and experiment and use them in my routine.
Let's talk about quarantine beauty experiments. Hindi ko kasi ako sobrang experiment ako with my hair nung quarantine. How about you? Have you been doing any experiments?
Actually, same tayo. During the start of quarantine, yung mga September, October last year, I also colored my hair purple. And then I also cut my own curtain bangs kasi, I don't know, I was just bored. Yeah, it's nice to try new things because you never know.
Let's talk naman about fashion. Can you tell me naman about your personal style?
Before that, I'm using bronzer. This is the Hoola bronzer.
Okay, and makikilay na ako.
I think it was because when I was a kid, hindi talaga ako masyadong mahilig sa fashion. I know it's opposite for a lot of people na they say when they were a kid, fashionista pa sila, so it carried along with them growing up. But me, it was kind of the opposite. I was kind of boyish as a kid and tomboy yung style ko, which I think I'm able to translate in some of my outfits. It made me enjoy it more when I got to experiment more, find out about Pinterest, and then try it for myself.
Let's talk naman about your style formula. Let's say kung lalabas ka now, what's your usual outfit?
In general, I love wearing mini skirts because I think it flatters my body type the best, and I make sure to balance it out. So I always look for a statement piece and then I try to revolve an outfit around it and also accessorize. I like matching my bags with my shoes.
What's your latest fashion obsession naman?
Right now, wait, let me check my phone. Kilay ka lang, girl. Kilay ka lang.
Go. Okay.
I've been really liking yung mga asymmetrical looking tops, halter tops, tapos yung cut niya parang hindi pantay. It stands out on its own kahit hindi mo na pag-effortan yung other pieces.
Are there any styles you'd like to experiment with in the future? Kasi sobrang daming aesthetic na now.
I think I want to try more model of duty looks, yung mala Bella Hadid or
very Kendall Jenner.
Sometimes I get discouraged to do that because I'm oh, I don't have the body of Kendall Jenner, the body of Gigi Hadid, so feeling ko hindi naman magbabagay sa akin or something. But then bahala na.
Okay, what's your next step, by the way? Before we get to the next question.
I'm gonna use blush now.
Okay, so mag-blush na now. So, let's talk naman about your YouTube. How would you describe your content now versus the pandemic?
I think before the pandemic, I was doing more sit-down videos and less vlogs just because I didn't really think people were interested. And honestly, I feel those videos before the pandemic, they did better before vlogs because, vlogs weren't really that uso back then. People loved seeing hauls. It changed because now I'm more comfortable with the camera. I feel I became more comfortable with filming because before the pandemic, I would just film once a week and it would be a sit-down video. So it wouldn't be something that I incorporate on my daily life on a daily basis. I don't really think to bring my camera whenever I go out. And now I think my content's changed because I'm able to incorporate it more into my life and share more of my life, which I think makes it more fun and more genuine, and it makes people get to know know you a little bit better.
So what's your thought process naman, like when you're making like your YouTube video?
Okay, whenever I film videos, I always like remind myself like don't overshare because like there's some things that I want to keep for myself and keep, personal. And I feel like kasi if you share everything, those personal moments don't feel so special anymore.
What's your next step? I'm just gonna do mascara and I'm gonna curl my lashes.
I'm gonna do some eyeliner.
Sige, mag-eyeliner din ako.
I'm using this one from Kaki Doll. It's my favorite because it's so small, so it's so easy to just bring in my pocket.
Ayan. Oh my gosh, parang I feel like I can't talk habang nag-eyeliner ako, so I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Okay. Go lang, girl.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm done now with my...
Ang bilis mo.
I don't like to go over.
What's something you wish you'd known like from the start, like when you were starting pa lang your YouTube channel?
Something I wish I'd known is that I shouldn't care too much about what other people think because I actually started YouTube when I was 15, so that was mga 2016, and YouTube wasn't really like a thing back then. As time passed, they started to appreciate it more, especially when they started knowing more about YouTube. And then si Kiara, she was like, oh, this seems fun, I want to do it too. So it was nice that I didn't give up. Just ignore what you think other people are gonna say because no one cares as much as you think they do.
Very wise words. That's so true. What's your next step? And finally, natapos na ako with the eyeliner after how many years?
My next step is mascara.
Can you tell us naman about your podcast and why you decided to start it? Like, what's the story behind that?
I think essentially, like, I just wanted to have a safe space for myself and for the listeners. And even if I consider my YouTube to be a safe space, sometimes it's just different when you're like not put together and when you're just lying down in your bed, like letting your thoughts out and just like making cuento with someone. And it's not like I can post a 40-minute video on YouTube just talking about like, my thoughts. So I was like, why not make another platform for it? It's just a passion project of mine. It's not like I get paid for it or anything. It's just something that I do because I genuinely enjoy talking.
Okay, how about any future plans for your podcast?
I want to like try inviting other people to guest in it because so far the only guests I've had are my sisters and my boyfriend. I just don't know how because like I just record using my phone. So yeah, a lot of people think I use a mic, but it's just the phone.
Ano the next step mo? I'll just do like lip balm and a tint. Para like glossy tint, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using a lip oil and a liquid lipstick.
What's your advice man for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel?
It's important to do it because you genuinely love to do it. And if you take away the money aspect, if you take away the sponsors, the follower count, you need to like ask yourself if it's something that you would still do. Because like whenever there are times that I feel like my channel isn't doing that great, I always ask myself, is this something I would still do even if I take away the followers, even if I take away, the sponsors? And my answer is always yes, because even I started this when I was 15. Like I didn't even know that you could make money on YouTube when I was 15. Like I was just doing it for fun. Yeah, I think it's important to be genuine with your intentions. Do it because you love to do it and just go for it, Like you have nothing to lose.
That's true. This is the look.
This is the look.
So that is it for today's episode, you guys. I hope you had so much fun because I know I did. Now, Bianca, thank you again for guesting. I appreciate you taking the time to guest on here. So do you have anything to plug? Like, what are you working on? Do you have any new videos up or like your socials?
You guys can check me out on YouTube and on Instagram and my podcast. If you want to listen to me rant or answer questions, I usually do it there. Watch my latest video after this if you're not doing anything, pop it up there. Joke lang.
Okay.